Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Coach Chris and I might be trying the first graphite racket made ever. Stay tuned. Hey guys, do you need help organizing your tennis life? Well, think Geau. We got the Axiom line here, the 9-pack duffel, my favorite bag, the 9-pack Axiom 2.0. They even make a 12-pack if you're going on tour. And my favorite backpack of all time. I love that bag. So if you want to organize your tennis life, think Geau. Coach Chris, do you know who made the first graphite racket?
Nope.
I believe it's Scepter.
Ah.
From what I was reading and some of my research, Scepter, a guy named Ben Pass, is the first person to make and develop a graphite racket. That's what I've read. If you guys know better, please confirm that in the comments. But that's literally where my doing the research has led me. And this is actually it. So it's the XL2 by Scepter, and it's full graphite with a little bit of Kevlar.
Okay.
Feel that. Check out the unique shape. And it was actually supposedly made in the 70s, 1970s.
Wow.
Like when I first touched it and when I first kind of banged it around, I actually thought it was kind of a well, not even graphite, but it was aluminum is what I thought it was just from feeling it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's lighter though, for sure.
Yeah. Well, aluminum's light.
Yeah.
Aluminum's really light. That's why. And then there was an indentation in here that basically, usually aluminum rackets have. Plus the stabilizer bar too.
Oh yeah.
So it says the solid advantage Scepter 4 1/2 L solid graphite frame, patented USA. I'll show you that, guys. And then I'll show you the other way. Yeah. And then I'll show you the bottom piece there. Yep. This came from my buddy Pete Allen's collection, and it's in great shape for what it is. Ready to try?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. All right, that was a fun play test, wasn't it?
Interesting.
What'd you think? First graphite racket.
Wow. Again, I was actually taken aback with how it felt. Once you started to get used to it, it felt like I was able to control it a bit more. The racket, definitely you need to be hitting through it again, like a lot of the rackets made back 70s and 80s. Not much room for spin, so you definitely have to be hitting it a little bit more flat. Interesting design with the head too as well. It just at first reminded me more of a snowshoe, but I think it's like an interesting thing because when you're hitting it, I'm assuming like this is elongated more, so that way you get to hit it through this way versus this way, more spin. I mean, overall, it held up well. For what it's worth, it's got good power and stability. So, and also the throat here too as well. It's an interesting design too. I think it adds a little bit more to the stability of the racket. Just another fun racket to test that Harry's picked up. So, yeah.
Here, I'll let you hold the cover.
Scepter.
So the interesting about this racket was if you were playing with a wooden racket or a metal racket or aluminum racket from this day, those would be actually softer, more flexible than this one. So I did feel the firmness of the racket, and it was easier to generate power and easier to get through the air a little bit faster. Yeah, I was actually pleasantly surprised by this racket. Could you play with something like this today?
Probably not with how you're playing with a lot of spin now, but I can see like it's like on the way to being, modernized. Yeah, for sure. Especially with how it felt in your hand in terms of
The
hitting
solidness.
the solidness and the control and stability of it. So definitely more solid than a lot of the wooden rackets probably and metal rackets out there too as well. So
yeah. So yeah, thank you, Scepter, and thank you, Ben Pass, for creating this. Definitely, you're a trailblazer, and this was the start of a lot of graphite rackets and into today.
Yep.
So thank you so much, and we're very privileged to try something like this. So great racket. If you see one of these around, Scepter XL2. There's an XL regular 2, which I can call XL1, but this is the number 2. Okay? So string pattern is 16 by 22, guys. So as you see, he keeps saying snowshoe.
yeah,
You got to fill up the snowshoe with the strings going this way.
yep, for sure.
Coach Chris, where can I find you, bud?
You can find me at CB Chen Tennis.
And
That's
it. All right, guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.